Next question is from Gilbert. He says, hey, Semantic Mastery, I found a very good set of affiliate keywords for a niche and looking to build out an authority site, but I don't have much expertise in this area. How would you go about hiring a writer to help with this? That's interesting. I mean, you could hire a writer if you want. We have Content King still kind of deprecating that eventually, but if you're, I'm not trying to convince you to not hire a writer.
Yeah, it's an interesting time, right?
It is. Adam knows where I'm going with this. Adam, you want to comment on this? Go ahead. Take this.
No, I just think, I definitely want your thoughts. I think we're probably the same, but I'll just say to add on to what Bradley's saying, regardless of what he says and the tools, but I would still involve a person. And I'm pretty sure that would be part of Bradley's process. Actually, I know it is. But you want someone who can write, but you don't need to probably be paying for a top end writer right now. You need someone who can write well, but more importantly, who can edit.
Right.
And I think that in the short term, potentially midterm, is going to be the most important, is people who can use these tools, but then also possess some skills themselves to do some editing. So instead of coming up with the ideas, maybe you could teach them some of that as well, some of the idea generation, how to do keyword research, and then go get some of this written. And I'll kind of hand it over to Bradley now.
Yeah. So Adam, I knew where Adam was going with that. And that was, there's so many amazing tools right now to produce content. Don't use the tools to just spit out content and publish it as is, because it's detectable. It's easily detectable. But there's ways that you can take the output from the like GPT or any of the AI writing assistant tools for that matter, and make it to where it's not detectable, right? You can make it unique. You can do things like add facts and summaries and cite sources, add quotes, table of contents. There's all kinds of things that you can do. So there still should be a human touch. There should be human involvement in the content, but you can produce a lot of content, well optimized content with the machines, right? The apps that are available now. And then you just need a human to, well, first of all, direct the bots. Number one, that's part of it. I mean, we're not quite at Skynet just yet, like the machines haven't taken over entirely yet. I still recommend having some human involvement. So directing the bots into what to write, how to structure the content, that's going to be up to you or whoever you hired to do that. Then directing the bots to output the content, produce the content, and then you go back in and massage the content. Like, in other words, you go in and add some human touch to it, editing, revisions, add some additional, facts and structure to the content and everything else. And that's what I would recommend. So I don't know that you need to hire a writer. You need to hire somebody that can edit. That's really what I think is the better thing to do. In my opinion, you're better off paying for a subscription to a good AI writing service or app. Some of my favorite ones are OnPage AI, because it has an AI writing assistant built into it, but there's a lot of other functionality that I like in OnPage AI, which is why I like that. It's expensive, but it's a great tool. Outranking.io is fabulous for just content, SEO-based type of content. That's all it does, and it does it very well. Okay, so Outranking is a tool that we use, our team uses. If you're going to take more kind of control on developing the outlines and everything else, it's hard to beat Jasper. Jasper's outstanding. My link building team uses the hell out of Jasper. There's a ton of development money behind Jasper, so that's also a really good AI writing service as well. So there's a number of AI writing tools out there that you can use that I would say that's your money is better spent on those and in hiring an editor or just doing editing and revisions yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, something I wanted to add on to that. I was thinking, over the last week, I was doing a weekly review and was thinking about what I've been talking about, both, here with you guys, with other people I know, the tools I use, my own team. And I was like, man, over the holidays, I'm going to try to kind of think about how I can introduce this more to my team. For those of you who don't know, I do more email marketing, and that's where my agency experience lays. But I'm looking at how I can do this, because I was talking in a group with somebody and we were discussing how, the tools are, blah, 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 and then kind of what we're looking for next year. And I was thinking to me, it's more valuable to have a good writer who can use these tools and understands them than to have a really good copywriter who either won't use them, hates them, or doesn't know how to use them. Like that other person who's just good is far better than having someone who's great and won't use them, because the volume and the breadth, I guess, of stuff you can come up with is just huge with having somebody who's a good or decent writer, and who can edit and then can use these tools. And I think moving forward, anyone doing any sort of creation, that's going to be true. I don't care if you're the world's best copywriter, you can't come up with stuff as fast as this. And I think that's what's really powerful for a lot of people, even if they're amazing world-class copywriters, is using this stuff to come up with ideas. Same thing maybe for artists, just imagining stuff. And we're going to see even wackier stuff, but words and images right now is the two biggest ones, or the two that you see the most of, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the machines are taking over, though. There is no question. Skynet is coming. So
yep.
The new Chat GPT is insane. It's crazy. And but I definitely want to preface, guys, don't just take the output and publish it. You gotta massage it a bit to make it unique, put a human touch on it, is what I'm saying. That's really important.